welcome back to Alphabet Zoo. So in today's video we are going to be building the sun bear habitat. So this is going to be the next habitat in our safari ride and also the next habitat in the Zoopedia. So for this I'm continuing this kind of viewing area that we had for the spotted hyena, and we're going to be just continuing it for the sun bear so that you can look at either side, just because, you know, it makes sense to have it that way. So this is going to be like the indoor kind of cave area. A lot of these habitats that I'm going to be building now are going to be kind of more outdoor based habitats as opposed to like indoor habitats. You know, we've got quite a few buildings and things in Alphabet Zoo, and you know, the piece count it's making the game struggle a little bit. So we're just gonna do it, you know, and see how it goes that way. So yeah, so this is I decided to do a lot of terraforming for this habitat. Now I've been trying to plan like this whole area, and I think I've been getting a little bit of like creative block, I guess. So you may have seen it on some of the discords that I turned it into a volcano that was a bit rubbish. I didn't actually like those rock formations, and I have gone and decided something which you won't see in this. I'm going to try and do a different kind of video with it, and just to show you how I built it, because it could be quite a fun one to do. So anyway, yeah, this is just the edge of the sun bear habitat, just using those nice rocks to try and smoothen everything out. I think one of the things that I'm struggling with Alphabet Zoo at the moment is just that it's such a massive project, and you know, it's not like there's any clear theming for some of the areas. It's, you know, every habitat is themed differently, so it's just trying to like merge it all together, maybe try and do things that I've not done before, try and push my own boundaries and limits of what I can and can't do. And you know, it is hard to try and think of new things to do all the time, and I think particularly at the moment work's been a bit mad, I've been a bit tired, and I'm just not feeling overly inspired. Like, we had the new DLC drop yesterday, and I'm just a bit, I think, burnt out with my creative side at the moment. But anyway, here we are. So I've actually got a bit of recording to do, so I might just spend the next couple of weeks doing more recording than building. Like, you know, the editing and the video side of things, because that does take time as well. And you know, when I've had a long day dealing with some quite, you know, heavy stuff at work, it can be a bit, you know, tiring, and a bit sort of, you know, maybe not fully in the headspace. So if I sound a bit tired, I do apologise. But anyway, so the idea of this habitat would be that there'd be this kind of, you know, these two islands that the bears can kind of climb on, so the guests can view, because this is, you know, although it's part of the safari ride, the guests can actually still view this habitat. The next two habitats in the safari ride, the guests will only be able to view from the safari ride. So the idea is to try and encourage them to like actually, you know, go on the safari ride. So this is why I created this kind of little platform area, these little bridges, just to make it a bit more interesting so the guests get a better view of the animals. Again though, I wanted it to be that so that if they're viewing them from this kind of area, they wouldn't necessarily get as good a view as they would if they went on the safari ride. So, you know, trying to encourage them to go on the safari. Not that I think it would matter if the zoo was actually functional, but obviously it's not anymore. Just because of how big it is and, you know, my computer specs. So, yeah, so that's kind of where we are with Alphabet Zoo at the moment. So we can finish this little bridge off, and once we've done that, we just, you know, build this area up a bit more, make some climbing areas for them to go across. But yeah, unfortunately, again, I think I've been feeling a little bit uninspired as of late with Alphabet Zoo and just Planet Zoo in general. I think I'm getting a little bit burnt out. I've spent the past couple of months really building like there's no tomorrow, and I think, yeah, just with work and everything picking up a bit more, I'm just getting a bit burnt out and a bit tired of it. So I'm contemplating taking a short break for maybe a couple of weeks, just to chill out a bit and not have to worry about thinking, oh, I've got to be making videos or whatnot. I mean, I've still got loads of editing to do, but I think for the time being, I might just take another quick break from Planet Zoo. Which is kind of terrible timing really with the DLC. I think this is the thing, I was expecting the DLC to come out a lot later than it did, which means we're probably getting another DLC this year compared to last year, so we'll be getting about probably 4 DLC instead of 3 DLC. So, you know, like, part of me thinks maybe I should be doing some building for the habitats and things, but the trouble is I don't really work that way. Like, I could do content for the African DLC, but what's the point? Everybody's doing content for the African DLC. What I do won't be any different. There won't be anything new. There won't be anything exciting. So, and you know, if I did extra content just for the Africa DLC, then that means that's less time working on Alphabet Zoo, and you know, it means I have these kind of like peaks where I'm just feeling particularly uninspired, and then I've spent all my kind of creative energy on other projects. So you know, as much as I love doing the community zoo, I've definitely used up a lot of my like creative spark, I guess. It kind of comes in waves. Like, I think this is the thing with games like this, I usually play for like months on end and then I stop. And you know, I have been playing this now solidly for months on end, and probably since about March time was when I think I came back to it. And now I'm just like, yeah, I'm desperately in need of a break. And you know, with lockdown, we're coming out of lockdown a bit, and you know, my weekends are getting busier, so that would be the time when, before, like in winter, I would probably spend a lot more time building stuff, particularly in lockdown. So yeah, I'm thinking of just having sort of another little break just over the summer, just to, you know, kind of reset and recharge and maybe get a bit more inspiration for things as well. But yeah, so with this habitat, as I said, I'm just sorting out the fences, and I think this is the other limitation of Alphabet Zoo now, is that it's just getting too big, and it's getting so big that it's no longer kind of fun to build in. I will finish the project. I'm determined to finish it. I can't guarantee the quality of it, but I think part of me now is ready to move on to DLC Zoo. And again, if you've been following any of the Discord, you'll see the stuff I've been building in DLC Zoo, and it's a lot more exciting. Like, I've learned so much building in Alphabet Zoo. I really, really have. And you know, recording the videos and seeing how I build stuff and seeing how other people build things as well, and kind of being more involved in the YouTube community has just sort of, you know, emphasized kind of, you know, things I could be doing and things I can improve on. So, you know, with DLC Zoo is at the moment probably my best work. Alphabet Zoo is probably no longer my best work. It probably was when I started it, but as you know, I've just improved, and there's a lot wrong with Alphabet Zoo, and I can't ignore it. I have to go and correct it, and it's like, you know, I'm just thinking this is going to be a mammoth task. So I kind of just want to get it done, but also I want to have it so that I'm satisfied with the end product, which is, you know, an impossible task as it is anyway. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but don't be surprised if there is a gap in me making videos for a little bit. I've got a few to kind of edit, and that'll probably cover the next few weeks, but then after that there might be a bit of a break. We'll just have to see. There won't be any cinematics again for this one, just because I'm hoping to do a safari tour at the end with the cinematics in it. So that's kind of it really for this video. I hope you enjoyed just sort of listening to me chat while I build this. And if you like this video, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.